This is the night you think about, the moment you dream about. This is a game only by title, because it means so much more. On this night, on this stage, two teams enter with one common goal.
Michigan State Spartans take on the Iowa Hawkeyes for the Big Ten Championship game. Hi everybody, I'm Gus Johnson along with my partner Joel Klatt, and welcome to Indy, where we've got an incredible matchup for you. Biggest game of the college football season, and the roles have been reversed. This time, Iowa is the team that comes in with the chip on their shoulder, where Michigan State, they've got to prove that they can win a big game that they're supposed to win.
And I tell you what, this is what I love about it, is that there's no committee in this game, because this is already the playoffs. The playoffs have started for Iowa and Michigan State, and it's so easy as a player to focus on what could happen if you win. But the team that's going to be successful is the team that focuses on what it takes to win this particular game. And usually what it takes to win a championship is great quarterback play. C.J. Beathard for Iowa has been perfect this year, 12-0. Going back to last year in his 13th start, he's 13-0 to start his career. A terrific leader and one of the toughest players on the Iowa roster. This kid is named starter back in January by Kirk Ferentz, and that was the catalyst to this season for the Hawkeyes. Meanwhile, for Michigan State, it's Connor Cook. And Connor Cook came back for his senior year for one specific reason, and that was to go higher and reach higher for a national championship. And now he has his team on that doorstep, to the college football playoff and a potential national championship. That's what's on the line for Connor Cook here tonight.
All right, so it's the Michigan State Spartans ranked 5th, the Iowa Hawkeyes ranked 4th. These two teams playing for a trip into the college football playoff. The introductions coming up next. We're ready for the 5th Big Ten Championship game as Michigan State prepares to face Iowa. The Iowa Hawkeyes are making their first appearance here at the Big Ten Championship after winning a school record 12 games this season. They finished the regular season undefeated for the first time since 1922. And tonight, they look to win their first conference title in over a decade.
The undefeated Iowa Hawkeyes, winners of the Big Ten West.
As my world turns, the heartbeat, so when they feel this, they feel me.
A tough, smash-mouth football team with a chip on their shoulder.
Iowa is now blocking the Wildcats into next week. Good night, Irene! Touchdown, Iowa!
They want to prove they belong.
It's our time. We will prove we belong with the elite. We will quiet the doubters.
They continue their school's historic run into the Big Ten Championship game.
Telling me
Touchdown, Iowa!
We are unbeaten. We are the Hawkeyes.
We are the Iowa Hawkeyes.
Please welcome the Iowa Hawkeyes. The Michigan State Spartans are making their 3rd appearance in the Big Ten Championship game. As always, they've gotten here fueled by grit, determination, and perseverance. With their eyes trained on a 2nd conference championship in 3 years, tonight, the Spartans look to make history.
It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me, yeah.
Champions, they dare to be great.
Pass snap. Ball. Scoop. Here come the Spartans down the sideline. Racing into the end zone.
Are you kidding me?
Tonight, That greatness will be tested when the East Division champions fight for the Big Ten crown.
This is it. This is our moment. We will dominate.
It's time for the Spartans to solidify themselves as national contenders.
He hits it! He hits it! It's good!
Tonight, their opponent will know who the green and white are.
What we stand for, they will never forget the night they played the Spartans. The Spartans. We are Michigan State.
Led by their head coach, Mark D'Antonio, please welcome the Michigan State Spartans. So coming up after the break, a special performance of our national anthem by the marching bands from Iowa and Michigan State. And welcome back to the 2015 Big Ten Championship game between Michigan State and Iowa. Right now, let's go to public address announcer Mike Jensen.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand as we honor America and our armed forces around the world with the playing of our national anthem. The University of Iowa Marching Band and the Michigan State University Marching Band proudly combined in a spirit of sportsmanship and musical friendship. And now, please welcome the director of the University of Iowa Marching Band, Kevin Castens, as he leads 600 Big Ten musicians in the playing of our national anthem.
All right, we're getting ready to kick off the 2015 Big Ten Championship game. Coming up after the break, the coin toss. Welcome back to Indianapolis for the 2015 Big Ten Championship game. Now let's go down to tonight's referee, John O'Neill, for the coin toss.
Guys, I'm going to flip a ceremonial coin for tonight's game. The side with the two helmets will be the heads. The side with the Big Ten Championship logo will be the tails. Michigan State, you're the visitors. What's your call? Heads. Heads is the call. Is it a heads? Michigan State, you've won the toss. Michigan State has won the toss. Defer their choice to the second half. Iowa, you'll take the ball. Which way do you want to kick it? You want to kick that way? Iowa, turn your back out. To start the game, Iowa will receive in the north end zone.
So the Hawkeyes will get it first. Coming up, the opening kickoff of the Big Ten Championship game. Iowa, Michigan State, ready to get down. championship game here in Indianapolis. Iowa receiving the football. But right now, let's go down to the third member of our team. On the sideline, Molly McGrath.
All right, thank you, Gus. Connor Cook's career is coming full circle in this championship game, telling me that this matchup is special to him because his first start against a Big Ten team was at Iowa back in 2013, and now his last time taking on a conference opponent will be this game against the Hawkeyes. Cook said, "It's crazy that it's working out this way. Coach D'Antonio always tells us, complete your circles. That's why I came back for a fifth year, to finish what I started back in 2013 and win a championship." Cook said this all-or-nothing game on this stage against an unbeaten opponent is the kind of matchup that he has always dreamed about, guys.
All right, Molly, thank you very much, and we're set for the fifth Big Ten championship game. Michigan State, it's their third appearance. Iowa, their first appearance. So Michigan State and Iowa, this one, folks, for a trip to the college football playoffs, and we're underway from Naptown. Desmond King, Riley McCarron back deep, and King will take a knee. Iowa will start from the 25, and a couple of things to pay attention to when Iowa has the football.
Offensively, they need to be so balanced, and that starts with their run game and Jordan Canzeri. 12 rushing touchdowns on the season, second in the Big Ten, and only the 14th player in Iowa history to run for over 2,000 yards in a career. Now, this front seven for Michigan State is one of the best in America, and they're playing as good as they've played all season long. Shalik Calhoun, two-time captain, three-time all-conference player, is one of the major reasons why they're playing so well right now.
So C.J. Beathard, young man from Franklin, Tennessee. He's been playing with a groin injury and a hip injury. On first down, they fire it. Wadley with the catch, and he advances the ball up to the 30-yard line. Tell me about this young man.
C.J. Beathard was the catalyst for this entire season, not just because of his quality play, which has been fantastic, but when Kirk Ferentz named him the starting quarterback all the way back in January, right after their bowl game, it allowed him to have a leadership form, and this team has rallied around him and played fantastic.
A gain of 5 on first down, 2nd and 5 at the 30. And Iowa, this time they'll keep it on the ground. Watley trying to get outside, flag on the play.
They're going to get Boone Myers, number 52, the left tackle. On a holding call.
Holding. Offense number 52. 10 yards from the previous spot. Repeat, second down.
And you see him right here, and as the linebacker Riley Bulla runs through, you see right there, he's trying to come back to his right, and he ends up tugging on Bulla. Didn't bring him down to the ground, but that tug just enough to draw the laundry. Now Iowa is going to be behind the sticks here on their first series.
So Iowa coming off a 28-20 win against Nebraska in Lincoln. Canzeri rushed for 140 yards. He's in the game right now. Beathard to throw. Underneath, and it's caught. Krager Koble with the grab. Michigan State says he fumbled it, but they call him down.
Far side official came in, and he was immediately signifying that the runner was down, but he was not. This one should absolutely go upstairs as Krager Koble, senior from Mount Pleasant.
The ruling on the field was the runner was down before the ball came out. That ruling is under further review.
Boy, what a break this is going to be for Michigan State. There's the hit, and the ball popping loose. You can see it just underneath the legs, and no part of Krager Koble. Not his shin, knee. There wasn't an elbow down, clearly above the turf as that ball came loose. And then what you need if the play is blown dead, which is the clear recovery, which Michigan State clearly has. Darian Harris, number 45, was in on that play. He's a senior from Silver Spring who's had a marvelous season.
And our rules analyst, Mike Pereira, joins us. Mike, your thoughts?
Well, they're going to reverse this to a fumble. It is a clear recovery. They'll have to adjust the clock to when the ball was recovered, but this ball clearly should go over to Michigan State.
So one thing you worried about if you're an Iowa fan is the Hawkeyes coming in and playing in their first Big Ten championship game. A little nervousness to start.
What I see already just in the first few snaps is there's one team that's very used to pressure, and they're using it to focus. And that's Michigan State, and that's something that Mark D'Antonio really harps on. And another team, Iowa, right now looks stressed.
After further review, the ball was out before the runner's knee was resulted in the play as a fumble. Recovered by Michigan State. First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
So Iowa turns it over on their first series of the game. Michigan State will line up with terrific field position at the Iowa 27-yard line.
Gus, this is the dream scenario for an offense, and in particular with an experienced quarterback, this is a great situation to take a shot and try to create a big play, potentially in the end zone.
The Spartans have scored 105 points off turnovers this year. First and 10 at the 27 for Connor Cook. And he'll hand it off. Gerald Holmes. And they stack him up and send him backwards. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Connor Cook, what a career he's had at Michigan State.
This guy is a winner. You ask around, what's the best attribute any quarterback can have? It's a guy that wins and is a leader, and that's exactly what Connor Cook has been able to do. He's productive in the pass game, but what he does with his mind and his leadership ability has really come to the forefront this in his senior year.
He's the Greasy Breeze Big Ten Quarterback of the Year and finalist for the Johnny Unitas Award. No gain on the last play. Second down and 10. Here's Cook underneath, and it's caught. First down. But a flag on the play. Jamal Lyles with the grab, the junior from Southfield.
Pass interference. Offense number 11. 15 yards from the previous spot. 3-2 first down.
As Lyles is going to go up and try to break out, he's going to make heavy contact with the inside linebacker, and then he actually extends. That's Josie Jewell, the linebacker. Watch his left arm. Extends a little bit out into the chest, and that's what draws the flag. So some early jitters from both teams now. Penalties on each of the first two drives, both on the second play of the series. These offenses need to calm down and get back to the details that got them to this point.
So Michigan State started at the Iowa 27. They push it back to the Iowa 42. Second down and 25. Pendleton lines up. And they pitch it. Holmes trying to get outside with room. Cuts it inside. And finally taken down at the 30 by Jewell.
Jack Allen with a great block. Jack Allen, number 66. One of these seniors that has had his best season for Mark D'Antonio. He's played in 46 career games, and this is the type of guy that has played so much football at a high level that they will be leaning on him, in particular to make calls because it's very loud. Lots of Iowa fans in this dome tonight.
Third down and 15. At the 32. Empty backfield for Connor Cook. With time, looking, and caught at the 10. Felton Davis goes up high, brings it down for a gain of 22.
How about the true freshman? He's just going to come right up here. Davis finds the seam, his head snaps back right away, and then a Connor Cook on the money and on time. That's an excellent throw for a third down conversion on the first series of the game. Felton Davis feeling the love on the sideline.
Spartans now with the football at the Iowa 10. First down and goal. Cook, play action. Looking. Bounces it out of the pocket. Throws on the move. And incomplete. Aaron Burbridge, the intended receiver, he's their leading receiver.
With great coverage by Iowa on the primary receiver. Cook was looking for Josiah Price, really the leading tight end for this Michigan State team. He's trying to go out. He was actually double covered. Desmond King, the defensive back of the year here in the Big Ten Conference. Nothing fooling him on that play action pass. Knew exactly where Cook wanted to go and took it away.
Cook has been great in the red zone this year. 11 touchdowns, only 1 interception. 2nd and goal at the 10. And they'll give it to Burbridge, trying to get outside, and he goes out of bounds at the 6-yard line. So this young man, arguably their best player, came into tonight's game 5 receptions shy of the school's all-time single-season record. He came in with 75 catches. Devin Thomas, B.J. Cunningham had 79.
And this is where a wide receiver like that is such a huge target. 3rd down, have to get in the end zone. Burbridge, 6'1", 208 pounds.
Holmes lines up in the backfield with Connor Cook. Burbridge, the receiver at the top of your screen. Out of the gun. Here's Cook looking that way, underneath, and incomplete. That one thrown high. So Michigan State will settle for 3. And if you're Iowa, the defense has to consider that a win.
Absolutely. After the turnover, a sudden change, and Greg Maben, number 13, he gets away with a little contact here, tries to get his hands off late. No flag, though, and an excellent stop from Iowa. Forcing any sort of kick after that turnover was going to be a successful series, and they're able to do it here.
Michael Geiger 2 weeks ago against Ohio State, he kicked the game-winning 41-yard field goal as time expired. This one from 23 yards away. And it's good. Michigan State capitalizes on the Iowa turnover, and the Spartans strike first blood. 3-0 MSU.
Better be coming with no strings. Better be coming with no strings. We need some.
Coming into championship weekend, here's how the committee has stacked them up here in college football. Number 4, Iowa. Oklahoma sitting idle. Alabama with a big win, 29-15 in the SEC championship. Clemson at number 1. Alabama will surely stay in the playoff. Oklahoma surely staying as well. And Clemson will be playing for the right to go to the playoff. And we've got ourselves a quarterfinal matchup here as Michigan State just on the outside, with the Hawkeyes trying to hold on to that 4th spot.
You give North Carolina a good chance to beat Clemson?
Absolutely. They've been playing as well as anybody. You know, their resume doesn't look all that great with those 2 FCS opponents, the loss to South Carolina. But you never know what can happen in those pressure-packed situations.
Kevin Cronin sends it away. Desmond King will bring it out of his own end zone. And King gets outside at the 20. And finally knocked down at the 26-yard line. So the Iowa offense coming back onto the field after turning it over on their first series. And for an alternative experience of tonight's game featuring multiple camera angles, all in sync, including Skycam and Endzone Cam, go to the CFB 360 channel on the Fox Sports Go app and foxsportsgo.com, sponsored by Dr. Pepper. First down and 10 at the 27 for C.J. Beathard. Jordan Canzeri in the backfield, and they'll fire it out wide. Matt Vandenberg with the catch. He's their leading receiver, and he spins down, picks up the first down at the 39. Darian Hicks with the tackle, a 12-yard gain.
Each of these offenses are looking in a mirror right now. This is exactly what they faced during spring football and all of fall camp, because these defenses are so similar. Quarters coverage, which means that the safeties are low. They're close to the line of scrimmage. It's tough to get them out. That's why you see Iowa right now trying to flip the ball out and find the easy yards on the exterior of the field.
First down and 10 at the 39. Second man through, Canzeri, and he plows across the 40, gains 3 as Monte Nicholson chops him down.
Iowa has to be able to run the football. They're so balanced. They've gained just over 4,800 yards this season. 2,400 have come via the pass. 2,400 have come via running the ball. And that balance is going to be tough to establish against Michigan State.
Deshaun Daniels in at running back now for Iowa. 2nd and 7. Beathard, short drop, underneath, caught and close to a first down. George Kittle, second-string tight end, junior from Norman, Oklahoma, with a 6-yard gain.
Just saw Michigan State try to run this route. The difference is that Kittle doesn't have to push off in order to find the space. He's got open green grass to run to. He finds it. Beathard gets it to him for a short yardage conversion opportunity.
Third down and 1 at the 48. Daniels, the power back. He's 225. Beathard with the quarterback sneak. And it looks close. It'll depend on the spot.
Those sticks are just shy of the 49-yard line. All depends on the spot. Boy, it looks so close. At the very end, it looks like Beathard is leaning across that 49-yard line, but based on where that ball has been spotted, they're going to be short.
So it's a fourth down. Kirk Ferentz, traditionally a conservative coach, and it doesn't look like he's going to go for it on 4th and inches.
Well, the last thing he wants to do in a championship game is allow Michigan State to start their first 2 offensive series in plus territory on the plus side of the 50-yard line. He's going to go ahead, but he has faked a couple of kicks this year.
Dylan Kidd comes in to punt. He stands at the 34. McGarrett Kings Jr. back deep. And it's fair caught at the 15. A 37-yard punt. So here comes Connor Cook. He's been playing with the tender right shoulder, trying to shake it off in the biggest game of the year. The Big Ten Championship on Fox is sponsored by Chevrolet. Find new roads. Michigan State with a 3-0 lead here in the first quarter, and the football. A couple of things to pay attention to when the Spartans have it.
Aaron Burbridge, wide receiver of the year in the Big Ten, coming off of a year in which Tony Lippett graduated. They needed somebody to take his place. That guy was Aaron Burbridge. And then his matchup with Desmond King, the 2015 Big Ten DB of the Year, Thorpe Award finalist. That's just one of the best matchups you're going to see in all of college football.
First down and 10 to the 15. Cook, play action, looking, with time, far side. And it's caught. R.J. Shelton with the grab.
Cook has been clean now all game against Penn State. He's had a clean pocket, a little bit underthrown. Remember, he's dealing with that tender shoulder. There's questions about whether he was even going to play last week against Penn State. The offensive line has done a great job protecting him. They have to do that again tonight.
First down to 10 at the 32. No sacks allowed last week by the Michigan State offensive line. L.J. Scott running it this time. And you can hear the pads banging on each other. Two very physical lines competing against each other.
This offensive line for Michigan State is just finally starting to get healthy, and they're going up against one of the best run defenses in our sport. Iowa only gives up 110 rushing yards per game on the ground, 3rd in the Big Ten, 6th in the country. They're so good, and what makes them so good is their safeties fly up to the line of scrimmage almost immediately when they get a run read.
Second down and 7 at the 35. And a whistle.
Full start. Offense number 11. 5-yard penalty, still second down.
Second penalty called on Jamal Lyles.
Lyles was lined up as the tight end on the right side of the formation. Just a little bit of a lean before Cook snapped the football. And just like you said, 2 penalties now on the backup tight end, Jamal Lyles.
Second down and 12 at the 30. L.J. Scott standing next to Connor Cook. Here's Cook under pressure. And intercepted. Josie Jewell snatched it out of the air.
They're going to bring the defensive end way inside and into Connor Cook's face. And then Cook just panicked. That's Parker Hesse. Had a huge play last week against Nebraska. Tipped a pass to himself and took it back for 6. And as he's wrapping up Cook, Cook just tries to get rid of it, throws it right into the back of his lineman, and Josie Jewell with a huge turnover.
Only the 5th interception of the year, thrown by Connor Cook. Now Iowa with a great opportunity. Deep inside Michigan State territory, they'll start from the Spartan 20. Daniels cuts it inside, keeps his feet moving, and he'll get close to the 15. Demetrius Cox, first man to him. We talked about offensive lines. Well, the Joe Moore Award for the top offensive line in the nation named 6 finalists this week. Both Michigan State and Iowa made the cut. The others, Stanford, Notre Dame, Alabama, and Arkansas.
Well, you can see why this Iowa team has had such a successful year. This offensive line does a great job blocking in the run game. Now they got to try to find themselves a touchdown.
2nd down and 6 at the 16. Vandenberg, the receiver, at the top of your screen. Beathard hit as he throws incomplete. A lot of pressure on him. Shalik Calhoun.
Shalik Calhoun is one of the best players that you're going to see in college football. This guy can give you inside move. He can beat you with speed outside there. He goes just inside of the offensive tackle, number 52, Boone Myers. Gets to the quarterback just enough to affect C.J. Beathard.
First team All Big Ten for the 3rd straight year. He was the 2013 Big Ten Defensive Lineman of the Year. 3rd down and 6 at the 16. Derek Mitchell Jr. in the backfield with Beathard. Here's CJ, steps up in the pocket, in trouble, looking, and Beathard plows forward and picks up the first. He's got heart, folks. A 7-yard gain for the junior from Franklin, Tennessee.
This is why this team responded to Kirk Ferentz naming C.J. Beathard the starter in January, because he has that it factor. A big crucial down, and he bowls his way for a first down. Great leadership, and what his teammates have told us all week long, the thing they respect about him the most, his toughness. Showed it on the last snap.
13-0 as a starter, 1st and goal at the 8. Beathard, play fake, steps out of the pocket, buying time, and he just gets rid of it. Pressure in his face by Darian Harris, and that'll bring up 2nd and goal.
One of Mark D'Antonio's true core beliefs is that to have a great year, your seniors have to play their best. And Darian Harris is one of those guys that has put together his best season as a Spartan now in his senior year. 6 foot, 220 pounds. He's been excellent. They lost Ed Davis in fall camp, but Darian Harris and John Reschke have stepped up and played fantastic.
2nd and goal at the 8-yard line. Connor Cook looking to get back on the field after throwing the interception. Beathard out wide, and this is Vandenberg, who's thrown out of bounds. Great defense by Demetrius Cox. He grabbed him and didn't let him go, so it's 3rd and goal.
This is just a great read from Demetrius Cox from his safety position. Right away, he broke on Vandenberg and was right there when he caught the ball. Nowhere to go. Couldn't get upfield at all.
Davon Smith splits wide to the top of your screen. Jacob Hilliard, the receiver, at the bottom. Vandenberg in the slot at the bottom. Beathard looking in the end zone. Incomplete. No flag on the play. Intended for Davon Smith. Well defended by Michigan State. Colhoun.
Arjun Colhoun. Great coverage here. He gets beat right off the bat, but then the makeup speed, and he's able to get back in front of the face of Tavon Smith and bat that one down. Couldn't see the contact with that left arm, but it looks clean on the front side.
So Marshall Kane comes in to attempt a 24-yarder. And it's good. We're level. 3 apiece. Big Ten championship game, Michigan State and Iowa. It's history. The Spartans won the first meeting between these teams in 1953. Under Hayden Fry, the Hawkeyes would win 5 in a row from 79 to 83. Kirk Ferentz got his first Big Ten win against Sparty 15 years ago. And the last time these teams met, Michigan State came away with a 12-point victory. So we've had 2 turnovers. The defenses hold to 3. Michigan State, Iowa for the Big Ten Championship 3-3. Marshall Kane ready to send it away. R.J. Shelton, Delton Williams back deep for the Spartans. And Shelton will take a knee. Connor Cook will start from his 25. These two teams have been on the ball all.
Big Ten Championship on Fox is sponsored by Target. Expect more, pay less. By the Dr.
Score $1,000 in tuition now. Tweet your one-of-a-kind goal with hashtag Dr. Pepper giveaway. Gus Johnson, Joel Klatt, Molly McGrath with you from Lucas Oil Stadium, the house that Peyton Manning built during his great career with Indianapolis. Our score 3-3. Connor Cook 2 for 5, 39 yards and an interception. He'll start first down and 10 at his 25. And Cook handing it off. LJ Scott with room. Flag on the play as Scott gains 9 yards. Greg Maben comes up and makes the tackle, but there is a flag.
Looked to me like they were going to get a hold on Donovan Clark.
Holding. Offense number 76. 10 yards from the previous spot. Repeat first down.
And you're absolutely right, partner.
The right guard, Donovan Clark, just voted 3rd team All Big Ten. And after L.J. Scott actually passed him, he just tackled his defender right there. So he could have just taken his hands right off it. And Michigan State, normally not very heavily penalized, already 3 penalties here in the opening frame. You see L.J. Scott goes by him at that point. Those hands come off. No flag is going to be drawn, but he continued to tackle the defender, and the laundry came out.
First down and 20 at the 15. Delton Williams checks in at running back. Cook to throw it. Over the middle. Incomplete. That ball deflected at the line of scrimmage. Jaleel Johnson, the junior, looks like he got a hand on the football.
Sure did. And now we're already seeing Cook has been in duress a bit, and that ball thrown severely lower than it should have been as he's trying to complete that underneath route to his slot receiver, R.J. Shelton.
Remember, Connor Cook has been playing with a tender right shoulder. Suffered in the Maryland game. He missed the Ohio State game. Came back. Played against Penn State last week. Took him some time to get it loose. 2nd and 20 at the 15. Here's Cook. Far side. Got it off. And it's caught. R.J. Shelton trying to make a move. But Greg Maben says, not on my side.
Well, you're not going to have a very successful day if you're constantly playing in long yardage situations against the Iowa Hawkeyes. They're far too sound in their structure. It's a very bend-don't-break style of defense. The safeties, great pattern read safeties, mean that their eyes are all over the number 2 wide receiver. Their corners do a great job. Very difficult to complete anything down the field.
3rd down and 14. Spartans need to go to their own 35 for first down. Trips at the bottom of your screen. Here's Cook. Empty backfield. Steps up. In trouble. Gets out of the pocket. Looking. And Cook will not get the first down. Knocked out of bounds at the 30. Ben Neiman prevents the Michigan State quarterback from getting the first down. And the Spartans will have to punt it away.
That's exactly what I was talking about. Look at all the black jerseys just sitting, looking into the backfield, nowhere to throw the ball. All the wide receivers covered up. Like to see Connor Cook try to get out of bounds a little sooner or even go down with that sore shoulder. Mark D'Antonio's not going to want to see his senior take too many hits.
So Desmond King, the deep man. Jake Hartbarger is the punter from his own 15-yard line. High wobbly kick. And fair caught at the 32. A 37-yard punt. C.J. Beathard. And the Iowa offense back on the field right after this.
we've learned making tires that go the distance inspires what we roll into yours. Goodyear, more driven. 3-3, Michigan State, Iowa, as the Hawkeyes take over at their own 33-yard line. C.J. Beathard, 5 of 8, 32 yards. And they'll spread it out. Beathard throwing on first down. Underneath, then caught from behind. Great catch by Henry Krager-Coble.
And he was so lucky because Demetrius Cox gambled from the safety position, number 7. He was going for the interception. I can't tell if Beathard was just lucky that that ball was low and behind him, or if he actually placed that there because he saw Cox break on the ball from his safety position. Boy, so fortunate on the last play.
31st catch of the year for Krager-Coble. A 6-yard gain. 2nd and 4. Kanzeri breaks it back. He's got speed and a first down. Darian Harris with the tackle, but this kid, he's small, 192 pounds, but explosive as he gets up slowly.
He's battled health issues his entire career. He came in with the sore ankle, and he gets up favoring that ankle now.
Missed parts of 3 games with the high ankle sprain.
Boy, this would just be such a loss for Iowa.
Came into tonight 36 yards away from becoming Iowa's first 1,000-yard back since 2011, and he's in a lot of pain.
This guy has been their leader, lightly recruited from Troy, New York. Iowa was one of the only Division I schools that gave him a real shot, and he has come to Iowa and become one of the best running backs that they've had in their history. And that's always how it generally happens, those defenders starting to roll up on the back of the ankles of the running back.
First down and 10 to the 48. Daniels replaces Kanzeri. And he'll give it to him running left. And he'll get out of bounds close to midfield. Riley Bullock ushers him out of play.
The saving grace is that this is not a team like Stanford that's just going to rely on Christian McCaffrey. This is a 3-headed monster. They've got Jordan Kanzeri, who's been very good, but also LaShawn Daniels, who's gone over 500 yards on the season, number 29, and Akram Wadley, number 25, with over 400 yards rushing on the season.
2nd down and 8 at midfield. Derek Mitchell comes in at running back. He goes in motion. Beathard drops it off. Mitchell makes the first man miss. And Mitchell will get inside Michigan State territory. Craig Evans, the redshirt freshman from Wisconsin, with the tackle.
John Reschke was all over him. He didn't actually make the play, but he blew it up. The timing was all screwed up, and that's what allowed all the Spartans to get back in on the play and stop them for nearly no gain.
3rd down and 7 at the 49. Beathard underneath, caught, and a flag on the play. Jacob Hillier with the catch.
I think this one's going against Michigan State.
Personal foul, hands to the face. Defense number 4. 15 yards from the end of the run. Automatic first down.
That's Malik McDowell, the sophomore from Detroit.
He was playing nose guard, 6'6", 275 pounds. And at the end of the rush, he just got his hands right up into the face, in the face mask of Austin Blythe, the center, number 63.
And they're going to move this ball deep into Michigan State territory, spotting it at the 26-yard line.
Tacking that on top of the completion. And Iowa in business here. You just get the sense that this team has been doubted the entire year. They're standing toe-to-toe with Michigan State. They're thinking to themselves, we can do this.
Akram Wadley checks in at running back. 1st and 10 at the 26. They pitch it to him. Cuts it inside. Still on the move. And finally goes down. Demetrius Cox comes up and makes the stop. And that should take us to the end of the first quarter. With the score, Michigan State 3, Iowa 3, but the Hawkeyes knocking on the door. Second quarter, 3 apiece, Michigan State and Iowa here in the Big Ten Championship game. Let's check out the KFC stat comparison. Gus Johnson, Joel Klatt, Molly McGrath, and Mike Pereira in the studio in Los Angeles.
Pretty evenly played outside of the penalties. Michigan State, 4 penalties, and they've been big ones, including one on this series that has set up Iowa now inside the 25-yard line.
2nd down and 6 at the 22 for the Hawkeyes. Derek Mitchell in at tailback. Beathard will throw it over the middle, caught by Tavon Smith, and he'll gain 3 yards. Who's the receiver for Iowa that can extend the field?
You know, Tavon Smith is the guy that has the most ability. He's 6'2", 205, but they don't have that home run hitter, so they've been by committee. Matt Vandenberg, 59 catches on the year. Jacob Hillier, a senior, 6'4", from Texas, and then they also rely heavily on their tight ends, in particular in the play-action game.
Beathard has hit 7 different receivers tonight. 3rd and 3 at the 19.
They've been going to this formation to run the ball.
And they do. Wadley. And he will not get it. Well defended by Michigan State. Joel Heath leading the charge.
Heath is just so big, number 92. Just can't get any movement on him, and he splits the double team. He's lower than everybody and makes the play.
And on 4th down, Iowa going for it. Kirk Ferentz, usually conservative. He's going to shake the dice right now. 4th down and 4.
I think they're going to try to draw him offside here.
For the snap. Charge timeout, Michigan State.
So Coach D'Antonio wants to talk it over. 3 apiece with 13:32 to go here in the second quarter. And the Dr. Pepper tuition giveaway is coming up at halftime. Stay tuned to see who will take home $100,000 in tuition from Dr. Pepper. 4th down and 4 for Iowa at the Michigan State 20. And Coach Ferentz electing to go for it this time. Deshaun Daniels in at running back. C.J. Beathard and a flag.
Ball start. Offense number 80. 5-yard penalty, still 4th down.
And so now they'll bring on the field goal unit.
They were trying to draw him offside here. Watch Austin Blythe in a silent cadence. He's the one barking out he's the center, and he was giving a little twitch up there trying to get Michigan State to jump. But he actually caused a false start.
Marshall Kane comes in to attempt a 43-yarder. He made a 24-yarder in the first quarter. And it's good. Iowa takes the lead. 13:28 to play, second quarter, 6-3 Hawkeyes. Chip on Fox is sponsored by Nissan. Go to NissanHeismanHouse.com to cast your official vote for the next Heisman.
And ballots are due in the next couple of days for the Heisman Trophy. Here's our Nissan Heisman watch. Derrick Henry clearly in the lead. He broke Herschel Walker's SEC record for most rush yards in a single season earlier today in their championship game. And Christian McCaffrey in the Pac-12 championship game has surpassed Barry Sanders' all-purpose yards record. He's gone over the 3,250-yard mark.
Jordan Kanziri back on the sideline. Let's hope he gets back into this game. as Iowa sends it away. Line drive kick that will trickle out of the end zone. Now let's go to Mike Hill in Los Angeles for a game break.
All right, ACC title game. Two of the hottest teams in the nation. North Carolina top-ranked Clemson Tigers down 9-7 in the second. You mentioned the Heisman contender, Deshaun Watson, 9-yard TD. Clemson on top 14-9 in the second. Gus, Joe, back to you, fellas.
Deshaun Watson has been excellent, Mike. Thank you very much. 70% passer, 27 touchdowns, only 10 interceptions on the year. And Clemson taking the lead down in Charlotte.
Connor Cook starts from his own 25-yard line. Madre London, the deep man, in the backfield. They give it to him straight ahead. And London crashes forward. And he'll get to the 33 before being taken down. But Connor Cook, he's 33-4 in his career as a starter. The winningest quarterback in Michigan State history. Last week against Nebraska, he passed Kirk Cousins as Michigan State's total offense leader. He owns career school records with 71 touchdown passes, third on the career passing yards list, 8,793. What a stellar career for this young man. 2nd and 2. Here's a handoff to London, and a first down for the Spartans. And traditionally, under Coach D'Antonio, this Michigan State team is a body-punching team.
That's right. They are. They're okay playing these tight games early. They're okay settling for field goals because they know they've got a very experienced and heavy offensive line. 325 pounds for Jack Conklin, 296 for Jack Allen. They go 325 with Donovan Clark. They feel like that'll pay dividends in the second half.
First down and 10 at the 39. Cook. Near side, R.J. Shelton with the catch. He leans forward and picks up a first down in front of Greg Maven.
These are the little things that make a quarterback so good. Is the timing. Connor Cook throws this ball well before R.J. Shelton is out of his break. He hits his third step, he gathers, and then he throws the ball. Shelton's not even really looking back at him, and the ball's thrown perfectly on the outside shoulder. Great timing and trust between the two players. R.J. Shelton, the junior, Connor Cook, the senior.
An 11-yard gain. Now Cook lines up as a wide receiver, wildcat formation. Burbridge playing quarterback here, and he hands it off to London, and London will spin forward as he gets to the Iowa 46-yard line.
Miles Taylor came up like a missile from his safety position. This reminded me of the way Steve Atwater used to fill the hole of the Denver Broncos. Watch 19. He comes in, bang, for a big hit. Was able to hang on down low around the ankles for the tackle.
And an injured Hawkeye at midfield. And that's Nathan Budgeta, sophomore from Howells, Nebraska. And while they're looking at him, we'll take a quick break. 6-3.
Championship on Fox is sponsored by Target. Expect more, pay less. By the Dr. Pepper Tuition Giveaway. Learn more at drpeppertuition.com. Dr. Pepper, always one of a kind. And by K Jewelers. Every kiss begins with K.
6-3, Iowa with the lead. Michigan State with the football. 2nd and 6 at the 46. Madre London, the lone setback. And they give it to London. And he's gobbled up quickly this time. Maybe a yard and a half on the play.
The great play by Jaleel Johnson. He's already had himself a terrific first quarter. Michigan State with 104 total yards. Iowa with 79. But Johnson stopping that run play for only 2 gives his defense now a chance to get off the field.
3rd down and 3 at the 43. Cook out of the shotgun. Here's Cook. Drops it off. And it's London. First down. Breaks tackles. What a run. As he just bowled over the Iowa defender. Madre London trucking Jordan Lomax for a 14-yard gain.
They're going to single up Cole Fisher. Take the back right away outside of the pocket. It's one-on-one. Cook delivers it on time.
Cook again. Starting to warm up now. Far side incomplete. Jamal Lyles, the intended receiver.
That's what I love about defenses like this. Cole Fisher was just beat on a similar route out in the flat by the back. Now they try to run it with the slot receiver tight end type, and he's able to get outside under it, reads the eyes of the quarterback, and knocks it away.
In a defensive battle so far. 10:28 to go. Both defenses bending but not breaking. 2nd and 10 for the Spartans. Burbridge, no receptions thus far. And here's reverse. Shelton bottled up. Shelton taken down at the 30. Iowa's defense staying home. Cole Fisher. Nate Meyer combining on the stop.
This defense is so sound. Nebraska tried a few trick plays last week. And again, the backside, the defensive end. Parker Hesse is right there. Desmond King is right there. Cole Fisher. All of them doing exactly what they're coached to do. Reading their keys. Not falling for the deception of Michigan State.
So 3rd down and 10 at the 29. Cook. Connor Cook under pressure. Connor Cook taken down and sacked. It's Iowa defense all business. And that's the first sack of the night given up by the Spartans. Aaron Menz and Bo Bauer getting into the backfield.
Great coverage down the field. All the Spartan receivers single and double teamed right in the hip pocket. There was nowhere for Cook to run. And finally, the rush was able to get home.
So Michael Geiger comes in. This one from 52 yards away. And he hooked it. The Hawkeyes' confidence growing. 8:54 to go, 2nd quarter. They deny the Spartans and hold on to the 6-3 lead.
How critical was that sack? Just left of the upright. As it was hooking from 5 yards closer, Gus, that's probably 3 points. If coaches could bottle up this sense of urgency that the defense from Iowa is playing with, they would make all the money in the world. This is exactly the way you want kids to play. This defense has been excellent. Like they are exactly playing for the playoff, which they are.
1st and 10 at the 35. And Beathard under pressure, throws on the move, and it's caught at the 40. This is Smith, leads forward and gains 9. Demetrius Cox, Riley Bullock brings him down, but Beathard showing those sweet feet. Joel, he can really get out and run a little bit when they need it.
You don't have to be like Trevon Boykin, who is just electric on the field, to be an elusive quarterback. Beathard has just enough to get outside of the pocket. 10 of 13 now for 59 yards. He's a guy who gets out there and makes a completion for a big play.
2nd down and 1 at the 44. Daniels looking for the 1st down, and he should have it. But C.J. Beathard, he's got some great bloodlines, folks. He's the grandson of longtime NFL exec Bobby Beathard and the son of award-winning country music songwriter Casey Beathard. Now, as a kid, he hung out with the likes of Junior Seau and Michael Vick, but also Taylor Swift and Kenny Chesney.
So you're telling me the stage is not too big for him?
It's not too big for this guy.
In fact, he loves it. He loves when the lights are bright, which they are here in Indianapolis, and he's playing like it so far.
1st down and 10 to the 45. Daniels. And he'll get to the 47. That's John Reschke, sophomore from Sterling Heights, Michigan, making the tackle.
It's going to be so tough to get the ball down the field because of the great quality defensive back play, in particular from the safeties of Michigan State. So Iowa is going to have to stay patient, and in particular their quarterback C.J. Beathard. Take what the defense gives you and then make the plays when necessary outside of the pocket for first downs.
2nd and 8. Beathard. Far side, that one sailing high and incomplete. Smith was open. Beathard may have heard some footsteps there.
And he actually had his back, Derek Mitchell, who got a little too far down the field and was in between he and his wide receiver, intended wide receiver, Tavon Smith. I think that's one of the reasons as well why that ball sailed a little high.
3rd down and 8 at the 47. Iowa 2 of 5 on 3rd down conversions. Beathard, quick release, caught over the middle. First down, George Kittle. A 19-yard gain.
Well, here's the blitz that's going to come, and they're just going to try to exploit the zone that the defense vacated, and the ball comes out so quickly from Beathard. An excellent read from Beathard and his tight end, George Kittle. And then Kittle with a physical run at the end finishes for a first down.
Beathard flipped his commitment from Ole Miss to Iowa after Houston Nutt resigned in 2011. First down and 10 at the 33. Here's the pitch. Wadley gets the edge. Wadley stiff arming out of bounds at the Michigan State 25. Demetrius Cox nudged him out of play, but now you see the Iowa offense starting to gain some confidence.
And it starts with some successful runs and their quarterback breaking contain, making a play on his own for that initial first down of the series, and it starts to open things up. Michigan State tried to pressure, Beathard had the answer, and now the Hawkeyes are in business.
7-yard gain, 2nd and 3. Wadley skipping. And Wadley close to the first down. As Reschke stops him. And they're going to give him the first down. Hawkeyes keeping the chains moving. Nobody giving them a chance to win this game unless you were from Iowa. The favorite Michigan State.
And this drive started with that missed field goal and the momentum that was created from their defense, and that's what Iowa has done all year long. They fed each other. It's like a flywheel. It's slow getting going, but once it gets going, it's tough to stop.
Vandenberg, the receiver at the top of your screen. He's got great hands. 1st and 10. Play fake. Beathard sets up, steps up, drops it off. He's got a man. Wadley dives forward, goes down at the 6. Monte Nicholson finally tripped him up after a 14-yard gain, but C.J. Beathard making plays.
This is exactly the picture of staying calm under duress. 2 Michigan State players, including the corner, Arjun Cole, who was on a blitz, right in the face of C.J. Beathard, and he just very calmly dumps it to Wadley, who takes it down inside the 10.
Could we see our first touchdown of the night? 1st and goal at the 8. Daniels following his block. And Daniels out of bounds at the 5. Make it the 6. As Colhoun knocks him out of play.
When you face these defenses that are so tough to run the ball on inside the 10-yard line, in particular when the ball gets to the left hash, a great call, and they've got the tight ends to do it, is send the quarterback out on a bootleg to the right and sneak the tight end back to the left to try to trick the defense for a touchdown. They've got 2 tight ends in the game, both to the right side.
10th play of the drive that started at the Iowa 35, 2nd and goal. Here's the pitch. Wadley dips inside, gets crushed, and goes down at the 4. Woo! Darian Harris.
Boy, he came with some anger on the end of that play. Harris laying the lumber on Wadley. And now it's in Beathard's hands.
3rd down goal at the 5. 4:12 to play in the first half of the Big Ten championship game. The winner of this game will get a spot in the college football playoff. Beathard out of the shotgun. Remember, he can run it. Beathard looking over the middle. Intercepted. Cox. He picked that one like Derek Jeter.
Riley Bulla was the one with the initial hit, and then it lands on his back.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
Folks, if you like great defense, you're in for a treat tonight because these two teams are laying wood. 6-3, Iowa. Spartans with the ball after this.
Championship on Fox is sponsored by T-Mobile. Ditch your carrier and switch to the uncarrier. And by Michelob Ultra. Fewer carbs, calories, and superior taste. Make it the superior light beer.
Rob Stone, welcome you back to Indianapolis. Coming up on the State Farm halftime. Well, the SEC, Pac-12, ACC doing their best to create a little playoff chaos. And this field goal fest, we'll talk how we can get some touchdowns in the second half. Guys, we'll see you then.
All right, thank you very much, Rob. Michigan State has Demetrius Cox with his third interception of the season. Another look at the play.
Just an amazing play by Demetrius Cox to get the ball, but the play is made by Riley Bulla, who goes in, leads with his shoulder, doesn't draw that targeting penalty, and then has the balls on his back. Just an amazing play from Cox to scoop it up.
First down and 10 at the 20-yard line for the Spartans. Gerald Holmes now in the game at running back. And Bulla's an interesting story. He's a third-generation Spartan. His grandfather, Hank, was a guard in the 50s. His father, Shane, was a linebacker in the mid-80s. His brother, Max, was a four-year letterman at Michigan State from 2010 to 2013. And Max is now with the Houston Texans. His other brother, Byron, is currently a redshirt freshman linebacker on the Spartan roster. So, needless to say, I think he bleeds Spartan green.
There's been a Bulla at Michigan State forever.
Second down and 7 at the 23. Cook rolling out of the pocket, delivered. McGarrett Kings Jr. And they'd love nothing more than to get him into the act. Ben Neiman brings him down.
You get the sense that Connor Cook is going to have to make a play here down the field. Try to find Burbridge. Iowa's done an amazing job so far taking Burbridge out of the game. Got to give a lot of credit to Desmond King, the Big Ten Defensive Back of the Year, because Burbridge has been quiet. No catches so far for the Big Ten's best wide receiver.
Third down and 2 at the 28. Connor Cook hands it off to Burbridge. Tries to get outside and will not. This Iowa defense, all business. Coming up, Desmond King tackling his cousin. Burbridge is his cousin.
Miles Taylor as well from the safety position, number 19. Both in perfect position. No Spartans there to block them. And Burbridge had nowhere to go. This defense has been sensational tonight.
And now King will go back to return the punt at the 30-yard line. Hartberger standing at his own 15. And he gets off a beauty. King all the way back to the 10. And King taken down at the 14-yard line. A 59-yard punt and a 2-yard return. A wonderful defensive battle here in the 5th Big Ten championship. Iowa with the lead, facing a third down and 18 at the 20. Mitchell running. And Derek Mitchell Jr. caught from behind by Demetrius Cooper, who grabbed his ankle. 59 seconds remaining in the first half. And that brings up 4th down and 11.
Thank you.
I don't think Michigan State had any more timeouts.
It was an injury timeout.
Yeah, Mitchell was down on the play. And his helmet came off. Now the clock will start to run. He has to come out of the game. Certain Iowa will let this run down, take their timeout before they punt it away.
Well, Kirk Ferentz will take his timeout.
30-second charge timeout.
And we'll take a break. 38 seconds remaining in the first half. 6-3. Dylan Kidd punting from the 12-yard line, gets it off. McGarrett Kings Jr. clears, and it will bounce out of bounds, and the Spartans will have it at their own 45. A 28-yard punt. Michigan State out of timeouts. So where does Connor Cook need to go to get in the field goal range?
Well, he's got to be outside the numbers with any completion or for a first down. And what's so important is that everyone understand the urgency that they need to move with if it's completed in bounds and for a first down to get up there so that they can kill the clock.
Geiger's career long is 49 yards in 2013 against this Iowa team. 1st and 10. Cook underneath. McGarrett Kings Jr. and he's tackled from behind. Great job, Josie Jewell.
I'm just shocked at that play call. An inside screen with no timeouts left in 30 seconds.
Excuse me, make that Greg Maben with the tackle. 2nd and 8 at the 47. Cook steps into his throw underneath. Caught at the 35. McGarrett Kings Jr. with the grab. 7 seconds to go. 18-yard pickup. They'll spike it. So with 6 seconds remaining, Geiger should get an opportunity with the ball at the 35-yard line.
Boy, they're so fortunate that Connor Cook was able to get that completion down the field for right around that 20-yard range is what they needed to get to the 35 and attempt this field goal.
So Geiger 1 for 2 tonight. He made a 23-yarder, hooked a 52-yarder. This one from 53 yards away. It will be his career long. Michael Geiger. Oh! It hit the crossbar. Woo! And that's how the first half ends. Another look. Iowa with the lead at halftime of the Big Ten Championship. Coming after this short break, it's the State Farm halftime report. Six to 3, Iowa leading Michigan State here in the Big Ten Championship game. Gus Johnson along with Joel Klatt, partner. Whew. Defense.
We got one,
defense,
don't we?
Baby.
We have got a defensive showdown. We've been wanting one all year.
Yes. We've been out in the Pac-12 and the Big 12, folks. A lot of offense out there, but today we're seeing some terrific guys.
We really
on the
are.
other side of the ball.
And they're playing so hard. There's so much great hitting going on, and really there's been some missed opportunities for both offenses. There could have been some points on the board for both teams, and the defenses were able to negate that right out of the bat. Iowa puts the ball on the ground, gives the ball to Michigan State in plus territory. Jordan Canzeri, the great back from Iowa, left the game with an ankle injury. We've seen the interception in the end zone when Iowa was driving in to score, and then to end the half, just off the crossbar, and it means that we're stuck in a 6-3 showdown, and you get the sense that one touchdown, partner, might win this game. As we look at our first half stats, rush yards, under 100 yards for both teams. The defense have done a sensational job. Only 6 first downs for Michigan State.
So Michigan State will get the football to start the second half. Connor Cook anxious to get back on the field. So much on the line, folks. Remember, in our opinion, the winner of this game secures a spot in the college football playoffs and will be given an opportunity to compete for a national championship. This one sent deep into the end zone by Marshall Kane, so the Spartans will start from the 25. Let's go downstairs and check in with Molly McGrath.
Well, Gus, Mark D'Antonio remains confident in his quarterback, Connor Cook, and that extends to his entire team. When I asked him what he'd tell them at the half, he said simply, "We're gonna win." But it's bad news for the Hawkeyes. Kirk Ferentz told me that running back Jordan Canzeri is out with an ankle injury. He won't return. He said it won't change their offensive approach. He said, "We are so close." He's also so proud of how his defense has responded, telling me that they are playing their hearts out tonight, guys.
Connor Cook, 9 of 14, 96 yards, and an interception in the first half. First down and 10. And they give it to London. And London goes down at the 28. What kind of adjustments, Joel, do these offensives rather have to make to get that ball in the end zone?
I think the adjustment has to be with the formations. What you tend to see against these structures of defense is that you've got to get into big sets, so more tight ends and fullbacks in order to throw the ball, and then spread it out with more wide receivers in order to run the ball.
Second down and 6 after the 4-yard gain. London again. This time he's hit at the line of scrimmage and knocked backwards. Cole Fisher. A lot of people didn't think Iowa was as good as their record. I think they're turning some heads tonight.
They absolutely are. And you know what I would say to that? And this is what the Iowa team would say as well. If it was so easy to go undefeated, why didn't everybody else do it as well? This Iowa Hawkeyes team is a dang good football team. Their defense is one of the best in the country, and they're proving it tonight on the championship stage.
Third down and 5 at the 30. Hawkeyes with an opportunity to get off the field and send Michigan State a message. Cook steps up. Cook looking underneath, and it's incomplete. Josiah Price, the intended receiver. And Michigan State 3 and out to start the second half.
Maurice Fleming, number 28, was all over him in coverage, and Cook initially wanted to go to the left side, and the coverage was fantastic, both from King and Maben. The bottom side, it was fantastic as well, and then Fleming just in the right spot. And Michigan State's going to have to punt once more.
Hartbarger from his own 15. Desmond King at his own 29. King gets to the 40. But running into the punter.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker. Receiving team number 31. 15 yards to the previous spot. Automatic first down.
They go with the personal foul variety, and it's because they took out the plant leg. There's nowhere for the punter to go. Right here, the legs are going to get taken out by both Iowa Hawkeyes.
Bo Bauer runs into him.
As well as Aaron Mins, 31, was also in there with Bauer. And Michigan State catches a break. Those are the types of things that you got to take advantage of in a game like this at 6-3. Iowa gambled. They rolled the dice to come after the punt. Michigan State makes them pay with a first down after the personal foul.
Remember, Michigan State committed a similar error in the Big Ten championship game against Wisconsin, running into the punter. First down and 10 at the 45. Play fake. Connor Cook looking and sacked again. Wow. Second sack of the night. Miles Taylor. Nathan Budgeta getting into the backfield.
Taylor's coming from depth. That means he's coming from where he's originally aligned as a safety, and that's so tough for an offensive line to recognize. It's almost impossible for them to actually locate and then block the safety when he comes from so far deep. The coverage was great. Cook has to hold on to the ball, and that's what allows Miles Taylor to get into the backfield.
2nd and 15, a loss of 5 on the play. Delton Williams comes in the backfield with Cook. Connor Cook looks far side, knocked down. How about that? Desmond King says no, not here, not now. R.J. Shelton, the intended receiver.
We haven't seen a secondary play this quality of coverage all year long. Desmond King, 8 interceptions on the year, leads the Big Ten, and gets another pass defended. Right there.
3rd down and 15 at the 40. Spartans need to go to the Iowa 45 for 1st down. Cook's been under pressure. Cook over the middle, caught, 1st down. Finally, Burbridge with the reception, his first of the night. He gets 16 on 3rd and 15.
With the safety so far high with the long yardage situation, what they're going to do is bring Burbridge from the outside all the way in. The speed rush is too much because you see here, here's the tackle, and then Calhoun's going to come across. That's too much distance for the tackle to come out and block. So it gives him a whole free 3 steps before the tackle makes contact, and that's advantage Shalik Calhoun.
So Dylan Kidd punts inside of zone end zone. McGarrett Kings Jr. back deep. Kings Jr. backpedaling, and he has it at the 41, so Michigan State will have good field position after the 48-yard punt. 9:12 to play in the 3rd. This is the Big Ten Championship on Fox. 12 to play in the 3rd quarter. Joel Klatt picks his top 50 draft prospects in the Fox 50 on foxsports.com/Fox 50. Connor Cook is in the Fox 50 and considered one of the nation's top QBs. The Fox 50 is sponsored by Sprint. Visit sprint.com/save 50% to learn more. Where do you think he goes? Is he a 1st round pick?
Well, it's so hard to tell, and you know what? A lot depends on how he's going to play in this next half. Think of what Russell Wilson was able to do in a Big Ten championship game. Even Cardell Jones for their draft stock, even though Jones didn't come out last year.
1st down and 10 to the 42. And they'll give it to L.J. Scott. And Scott crosses the 45 up to the 47-yard line. You got to give a lot of credit this year to Kirk Ferentz, the head coach of Iowa. He was named the Big Ten Coach of the Year for the 4th time. The only other coach to win it that many times, Bo Schembechler won it 6.
And I think in the offseason, Gus, they wanted to run him out of town.
Yes, they did.
It's crazy, the type of success that he's been able to have.
2nd down and 5 at the 47. 17 years at Iowa. And a handoff to Scott. And Scott gets to midfield. So it will bring up 3rd down and short.
Boy, these are those conversions that can be so difficult to get, but are so huge. D'Antonio played for field possession on the last offensive series. He got it, but now they've got to convert.
3rd and 2. At the 50. Scott, the deep man, out of the I formation. They give it to him. He stumbles, dives forward, and gets it. 1st down, Spartans.
Actually got tangled up with Connor Cook's foot in the backfield, and that's why he stumbled. What an amazing effort just to stay up. Watch his right foot and Cook's right foot get caught up right there. He tries to cut. He stumbles and stays up and gets the 1st down. What an effort. It doesn't look like much in the box score, just a 1-yard run for a conversion, but what an athletic effort.
1st down. Scott's got great size. 6 feet, 233. Cook sprints out of the pocket, throws on the move, and incomplete. Shelton, the intended receiver.
Connor Cook got absolutely drilled by Josie Jewell. Number 43 is going to come into your screen. Cook actually leaps up and gets one right in the chest.
And he's hurt. Cook is hurt. He's trying to walk it off right now, but he's in some pain.
Tyler O'Connor is the backup. Played at Ohio State. He's been in the fire. Will remain ready.
2nd and 10. Cook to throw it. Over the middle. Caught. Oh, what a run, Paul Lang. How did he stay on his feet? A 17-yard gain.
Miles Taylor's bringing the lumber. It starts with the protection. Cook has enough time to let the route develop, and Miles Taylor came with the heavy right shoulder, and Lang stays on his feet for another first down. Wow.
First down and 10 at the 30-yard line now for Michigan State. Scott spinning, and he goes down to the 25. But this is where it gets hard for the Spartan offense. They've had to settle for field goal attempts.
This is when your tight ends have to be such a part of the game plan, and slot receivers, R.J. Shelton, Paul Lang, Josiah Price. They have to occupy the safeties in the route concept so that the outside receivers can work in one-on-one spaces.
2nd and 5 at the 25. L.J. Scott gets to the 20 and stumbles to the 15. He almost popped it free.
Watch the deception. This is Aaron Burbridge, and he's going to come around on the reverse. Iowa respecting Burbridge, and you see some eyes moving with him, and that's what allows L.J. Scott to find a little sliver of space, and he takes it for a first down.
L.J., a freshman from Hubbard, Ohio. In high school, he was rated the number 7 running back coming out of Hubbard by one service. He's battled fumbles this year and injuries. 1st and 10. Here's Scott. And Cole Fisher dragging him down after a 3-yard gain.
This is what they've struggled with all night long. 4 trips inside the 40. You'd call that the scoring area. Only 3 points. Iowa not doing much better, but at least better than their foe tonight.
2nd and 7 at the 12. A lot of heavy breathing on that Iowa defensive line. Cook hands it off to Scott again, and he'll get close to the 10. Matt Nelson leading the way for the Hawkeyes.
Boy, running against this defense in any capacity is difficult. Michigan State has found some success on this drive, but trying to run the football inside the 15-yard line against Iowa, virtually impossible. And now you're in a situation where Cook is going to have to make a throw. This is likely going to be a very tight window throw. The offensive line has to give him some protection.
Paul Lang lines up at tight end at the top of your screen. 3rd and 5. Cook looks in the corner, and that went way too high. So Geiger will come on again to attempt a field goal.
Desmond King has had a wonderful night. That's a mismatch in favor of Iowa. That wasn't even Burbridge that they were trying to put in Siegel coverage. It was McGarrett Kings Jr. And against the Big Ten's best defensive back, favor Hawkeyes.
Geiger 1 for 3. He's made a 23-yarder, missed 2 52-yarders. This one from 29 yards out. And it's good. Geiger with the equalizer. And we're level at 6. Sports commemorates the anniversary of Pearl Harbor with a special 2-day tribute beginning with Fox NFL Sunday Live from the battleship Missouri. Then on FS1, the U.S. women's national team takes on Trinidad and Tobago in Honolulu. And it all leads up to the Pearl Harbor Invitational as 6th-ranked Oklahoma takes on 8th-ranked Villanova. Fox Sports salutes the anniversary of Pearl Harbor beginning tomorrow on Fox and FS1.
Aren't you flying out there?
Oh, yes.
Tomorrow?
Yes. 7:05.
You're putting in work, my
That's
friend.
right. That's right. I love it. That's good work right there.
That is great.
Hawaii? Come on. I'm from Detroit, man. The Michigan State defense led by Shalik Calhoun. They have been up to the task. The Big Ten Championship on Fox is sponsored by the Ford Transit, built Ford tough. By Fallout 4, the next generation of open world gaming available now. And by Carhartt, united, we outwork them all in Carhartt Rain Defender. Tonight's aerial coverage is provided by Goodyear. Everything we've learned making tires that go the distance inspires what we roll into yours. Goodyear, more driven. And Joel, I just can't imagine the pressure on these athletes right now and these coaches knowing what's on the line.
Oh, all the hours, the thousands of hours that you spend as a college football player preparing for chances like this. There's 19 minutes and 23 seconds left for a berth in the playoff.
Beathard over the middle and incomplete. Jacob Hillier, the intended receiver. As you take a look at the total yards, numbers are low. It's been a defensive game and a well-played defensive game by both teams.
And I think it needs to be said too, the offenses haven't been bad. It's just that the defenses have been a little bit better. So disciplined, so focused on those minute details that make you a great defense. And both units, Michigan State and Iowa, have executed well.
Who will blink first is the question. 2nd and 10 at the 25. Beathard near side, caught by Smith. And he gets out of bounds at the 30-yard line. Calhoun pushing him out of bounds. Iowa no points since 13:28 to go in the second quarter. The Hawkeyes 3 and outs in a row since Cox's interception in the end zone in the second quarter.
They have to know where Shalik Calhoun is. He's been an absolute beast in this game. They need to send an extra blocker his way.
3rd down and 5. Beathard winds up and incomplete. Hillier just couldn't hold on. He was slung down by Darian Hicks, and Iowa has to punt it again.
Well, that's exactly what they did, is that they sent an extra player at Shalik Calhoun to get him out of the rush. Beathard had the time. That ball has got to be caught. These are the money moments where you got to have those big 3rd down conversions.
Dylan Kidd comes in to punt it from the 15. McGarrett Kings Jr. back at the 30. And Kings Jr. signaling for the fair catch. He has it at the 38. Good field position again for Connor Cook and the Michigan State offense. Six apiece here at the Big Ten Championship. Wisconsin's won 2, Michigan State's won 1. The Buckeyes last year not only winning the Big Ten but the national championship. Who will hang the next banner? Will it be Iowa or the Spartans of Michigan State? Connor Cook has been a winner in East Lansing. 1st down. And the option, pass, Cook, sets up, delivers, and caught on the far side. Burbridge lays out and hauls it in for a gain of 15.
The adjustment was perfect from Burbridge because the ball was actually thrown way too far to his inside. Cook brought him all the way back. Burbridge makes the adjustment, makes the completion, and Michigan State again in business on the plus side of the 50-yard line. It seems like we've seen this on almost every single drive, putting pressure on this Iowa defense.
Burbridge 3 catches for 31 yards. 1st and 10. London. Slicing. London. Down at the 34. First down, Spartans. Now the body shot starting to take a toll for Michigan State.
And the deception plays. The first play of this series, partner, they fake the option like you called. He stands up, throws for a first down. That's a little misdirection, kind of a counter-looking play where Cook looks like he's going to roll out to the right. He hands it off back to the left, and they finally find a little bit of space.
First and 10 at the 34. Cook. And incomplete. That one underthrown, intended for Paul Lang.
Poor execution, but again, the play call was there. Dave Warner, the offensive coordinator, has found something here on this series. They haven't had this much room to operate with all night long.
On second and 10, London. And London getting low. Could have been tackled for a loss. Parker Hesse finally stops him, but it's a 7-yard gain.
Going to get the pull here. He's going to block on the end, so everyone else is blocking to their right, trying to block down. Then they get the kick out from the tackle. And Madre London did a great job of being patient and setting up a shorter yard third down scenario.
Third down and 3 at the 27. Michigan State 4 of 11 on third down conversion. Cook out of the shotgun. Here's Cook to throw. Lets it fly. Shelton first down and more. Flag on the play as he gets out of bounds to 15. And this will go against Michigan State.
They ran one of these pick plays down on the near side.
Pass interference. Offense number 16. 15 yards from the previous spot. Repeat third down.
That's a second pass interference penalty against the Spartans.
Burbridge is going to come down. He's actually going to block before this ball is completed, and it goes down past the line of scrimmage. So at that point, it's clearly a pass interference. Excellent call by the official. And again, Michigan State shoots themselves in the foot. It's their 5th penalty for 60 yards so far, and most of them have been big penalties and big moments.
Self-inflicted wounds. Third down and 18 at the 42. Spartans need to go to the 24 for a first down. Cook with time. Cook to the sideline. Caught, but not enough for the first. As Burbridge hauls it down, looks like he got that foot in bounds. Picking up 14 yards, but needing 18.
But it was still a smart throw because that throw was just playing for 3 points. Now you're going to have a much closer field goal opportunity. Burbridge goes way up with the vertical to bring it down and set up this field goal opportunity.
This one from 47 yards away for Michael Geiger. And he stroked it. Michigan State takes the lead. 57 seconds to go. 9-6.
There's been an awakening. Have you felt it? Yes. Even you have never faced such a test. And it's time.
All teams, give it everything you got.
You don't know what I've seen. We all need to run.
You must face them. Fight them.
And welcome back. Michigan State sending it away. Desmond King will take a knee. Score 1,000 in tuition now. Tweet your one-of-a-kind goal with hashtag Dr. Pepper giveaway.
You know all this game is missing?
What?
A little mud. Some rain.
That's right.
The elements, like 6 below.
That's what it feels like.
That's the type of game. This game should be being played in Soldier Field or something like that.
Lambeau, first down and 10 at the 25. Wadley in the backfield. And they give it to him. Flag thrown as Wadley picks up 2 yards.
Holding. Offense number 63. 10 yards from the previous spot. Still first down.
Austin Blythe, the most experienced offensive lineman that Iowa has. 43 consecutive starts on the O-line. Started as center now for 3 years. This guy is one of the leaders, one of the mainstays in there, but as he was working against number 4, Malik McDowell, the sophomore, got too much jersey, threw him down to the turf.
3 straight 3-and-outs for this Iowa offense. First down and 20. Beathard's going to have to start making plays now. It's up to him. Beathard out of the backfield. Mitchell. And Mitchell tackled at the line of scrimmage. Shalik Calhoun. Not only can he get to the quarterback, but he can also play the run. Or play in space, excuse me.
You know, it's so imperative that the defensive backs against a screen can get skinny and avoid blocks, because Iowa's got this set up nicely, but right there, he gets skinny, Calhoun goes down, he shows you the quickness, not even a defensive back, gets low and gets him down to the ground.
That'll take us to the end of the third quarter. 1 quarter remaining, folks, for a trip to the college football playoff, and we've got a 3-point game in Indy. Michigan State with 2 field goals in the third quarter to take a 9-6 lead as we start the fourth. Here at the Big Ten Championship game in Indianapolis, Indiana. Gus Johnson, Joel Klatt, Molly McGrath, Mike Pereira, our rules analyst in Los Angeles. Hawkeyes with the football. Second down and 20 at their own 15. Play fake. Beathard sets up deep in the pocket. Goes down the field for Smith. Ah! He got it! Smith! Touchdown! 85 yards! Iowa! C.J. Beathard!
They finally get the safety to bite on a different route. They send Vandenberg right at the safety, and as soon as he bites, there he goes. And the middle of the field is wide open. What a throw from C.J. Beathard.
Extra point good. Start of the fourth quarter. Iowa pulling out the big gun, and the Hawkeyes reclaim the lead. Big Ten Championship on Fox is sponsored by Pfizer. By the Dr. Pepper tuition giveaway. Learn more at drpepper.com. Dr. Pepper, always one of a kind. And by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. 13-9, Iowa with a lightning bolt. As C.J. Beathard, what a throw, and you told the entire country that this kid has something special. He has it. He showed it there.
He absolutely did. That was his best pass of the night and the longest offensive play of the year for the Iowa Hawkeyes.
And that one kicked out of the end zone. Spartans will start from the 25. A lot on the line, folks. So much. A berth in the college football playoff. Alabama should be in. Oklahoma should be in. Clemson and Iowa. Clemson winning right now against North Carolina. And Iowa with a slight lead over the Spartans.
And Clemson fairly handily, Gus, which means there is one spot left, and it goes to the winner of this game.
How do the Spartans respond? Connor Cook, their leader, hands it off to London on first down. And London with a big hole as he's wrapped up by Jewell at the 32.
Connor Cook came back to Michigan State for unfinished business. They've accomplished everything, this group of seniors. They've won more football games in the last 4 years than any other group of seniors in Michigan State history. They've won the Rose Bowl. They've won the Cotton Bowl. They've won the Big Ten. They're here for a national championship. And Connor Cook has got to bring his team from behind in the fourth quarter to give themselves that chance.
2nd and 3 at the 32. Handing it off again to London. And he'll get close to the first down. Third down and 1.
Both teams rely on their safeties to be overly aggressive. We saw Iowa take advantage of Michigan State on the last series.
Cook gives it up to London. And a first down for the Spartans. London refusing to go down. Jaleel Johnson, first man to him.
And you get the sense that Michigan State is trying to find that opportunity in order to try to take advantage of the aggressiveness of Iowa's safeties. Mark D'Antonio knows that his senior quarterback is going to have to make a big play in this game, and his offensive line is going to have to give him the time to do it.
First down at the 39. Play fake. Cook looking up the sideline, incomplete. Burbridge, the intended receiver, but Jordan Lomax was right in his back pocket.
The discipline with which this Iowa defense plays is extraordinary. Watch Jordan Lomax, number 27, standing right there on the 4, and he sees Burbridge come out. He knows his responsibility, and he immediately runs with him. Phil Parker, the defensive coordinator, has got to be thrilled with the way his defense has played because they've just done their job. That's good enough, and it's been excellent tonight.
2nd and 10. Cook to Madre London, looking for space, and he won't get any this time. May have lost a half yard. Desmond King.
This is where Phil Parker, the defensive coordinator, has loved to dial up what I would call the Joker package. Standing everybody up across the front, no defensive linemen, and Michigan State has no idea where they're coming. They've gotten lots of pressure on Cook with this look.
They send Burbridge, McGarrett Kings Jr., Shelton all to the far side of the field. Cook steps into his throw and incomplete. Josiah Price, the intended receiver, that ball thrown high, and the Spartans have to punt it away.
He had them. Those are throws that Connor Cook has to make.
The Iowa defense has given up just one play, over 20 yards, and it came on the first drive.
Great response from that defense, answering their offense's touchdown with a great defensive series.
Hartbarger standing at the 26-yard line. Desmond King back at the 19. No rush. King secures it at the 21. 12-14 to play in the fourth quarter. Iowa with the ball after this. And this is what they're playing for, folks. The Big Ten championship trophy. They're playing for this and so much more. Michigan State and Iowa.
I think might as well be a key that unlocks the college football playoff.
That's a great idea. Hawkeyes at the 22. C.J. Beathard finding this man, Smith, for a touchdown to take the lead. Can they add to it, is the question. Play fake. Beathard deep drop again. Down the field again. intended receiver. And this is pass interference against Darian Hicks, and it was a great play by Darian Hicks.
100%, because this is going to be a touchdown unless he holds him on this double move.
Defense number 2. 10 yards from the previous spot. Automatic first down.
You'd absolutely take the 15 rather than watch Vandenberg run into the end zone on the back-to-back big plays. So Hicks very astutely grabs the jersey, and huge credit to Greg Davis, the offensive coordinator. You talk about going for broke. He's shoving the chips into the middle of the table right now.
First down and 10 at the 32. Derek Mitchell Jr. He wants to throw it. And he elects to hold on to it and get out of bounds. You are absolutely right, partner. Iowa going for broke. They said that Kirk Ferentz was too conservative. A lot of people in Iowa City.
Not this
in
year.
The past.
He has been in the past, there's no question. But Gus, he's gone for it on fake kicks. Now, he hasn't been successful on those 2 fake field goals, but at Kinnick Stadium in the first game of the year, he faked a field goal, it failed, and the crowd gave him a standing ovation. They love the aggressive nature, and he's putting it on display here in the 4th quarter.
2nd and 13 at the 29. Beathard drops it off. Wadley, first down, Iowa. And there's a buzz in the building, folks. The Hawkeyes, led by this young man, are 11 minutes and 34 seconds away from a chance to play for the national championship.
A lot of credit to Greg Davis here. 42 years as a college coach, and he's been on this stage before. Won a national championship as an offensive coordinator with Texas in 2005.
First down and 10 to the 45. Again, deep drop. Beathard throwing for Smith. Cox defensively for Michigan State.
Good defense there, but Greg Davis, he's right here. He's won a national championship, which means he understands what it takes. At times, you got to throw the kitchen sink at defenses that are as good as Michigan State's, and Kirk Ferentz is giving him the green light to do it. This series has been just textbook of how to try to go out and win the game rather than try not to lose it.
2nd and 10 at the 45. Daniels hit in the backfield and dropped for a loss. Darian Harris. As Connor Cook looks on, his team down 13-9. He wants that ball back.
You just wonder how many shots that he's going to have. Maybe 2 as we wind down close to 10.5 minutes left.
Third and 11. Over the middle, caught close to a first down. And that's Henry Krager-Kobel. But not enough. He's about 1.5 yards short of the first down. Now earlier in the game, Coach Ferentz could have gone for it on 4th down and 1, but it was on his side of the field. You told me that if it were a few yards the other way, he should have gone.
That was the 2nd series of the game, and Michigan State had just started their 1st series in plus territory. Here, I think with how well his defense has been playing, the smart play for Kirk Ferentz is the conservative play. Even though they've been aggressive here in the last 2 minutes, 3 minutes of offensive play calling, now you put your punt unit out there and try to pin Michigan State deep. Force them to go 85, 90 yards against your defense, because right now, with the way the Hawkeyes are playing, I don't know if Michigan State can do that.
And Iowa just took a delay of game, so they'll back it up and give Dylan Kidd a little more room to work with. His 5th punt of the night, this time from the 32. McCarron Kings Jr. back deep at the 10. End over end kick. And fair call at the 17-yard line. Can the Iowa defense stop this man? Connor Cook. They've been terrific tonight.
When you got teams like this in a slugfest, it comes down to one or two plays. To end the half, Michael Geiger off the crossbar. And on a couple series ago, C.J. Beathard finding Tavon Smith for the huge play for Iowa. And that is why we are sitting here in a 13-9 game. 9.5 left in the fourth quarter.
Spartans at the 18. Scott slips through the hole. And Miles Taylor grabs him and brings him down. As we take a look at the game summary.
7 field goal attempts for Michigan State. They've missed 2, one right before the half. Michigan State does have a couple of takeaways, but C.J. Beathard with the lightning strike, 85-yard touchdown pass to Tavon Smith is the difference.
2nd and 4 at the 24. Connor Cook drops it off underneath, incomplete, intended for McGarrett-Kings Jr. And that brings up 3rd down and 4.
And Cook looks out of rhythm. He's only 4 for his last 14 attempts. Now 13 of 28.
You just wonder how much that right shoulder is bothering him.
He hasn't been accurate like he normally is during the course of the season, but they need him here.
3rd down and 4 at the 24. Spartans haven't taken many shots down the field. Cook, here's a shovel pass underneath and a 1st down for Josiah Price. Great call.
Great call. They're going to pull the guard, and then Price follows him up and is going to get the shovel pass underneath. There goes the guard, and then it acts like just a run play, like a power run play. Cook flips it under, and they get an easy 1st down.
From the 37. Cook, short drop this time to the far side and caught by McGarrett-Kings Jr. And he's wrapped up by Greg Maben.
Cook does not look right. Every ball is a little short. It doesn't quite have the velocity. That shoulder clearly bothering Connor Cook right now.
Remember, he injured that throwing shoulder versus Maryland. Missed the win over Ohio State. Came back last week against Penn State. Now he lines up as a receiver. Wildcat formation. Burbridge is the quarterback. He gives it to L.J. Scott. And Scott crashes through, but flag.
We're going to get big Jack Conklin, number 74, on a hold.
Holding. Offense number 74. 10 yards from the spot of the foul. Repeat 2nd down.
Conklin, a first-team All-Big Ten performer. He's going to go up to the 2nd level. He's blocking Josie Jewell, and then right there just takes him all the way down to the turf. Boy, tough call. Looked like a clean block, but that left arm was just outside the box, just on the outside of Jewell's shoulder.
And they stay in the Wildcat. Connor Cook must be hurt. They run the option, the reverse. Shelton gets around the corner with a blocker. And Shelton out of bounds at the 43-yard line. And he picks up 10 on the play.
Josiah Price got the key block. He's lined up as your wide receiver on this right side. He's going to come down and block number 27, Jordan Lomax, right there. And that's what opens it up. Got the blocker out front. R.J. Shelton, who was a running back in high school, sets him up inside, goes outside. And now they've got a more manageable situation.
3rd down and 3. Cook, another handoff to Scott. He spins, dives, and I think he got it.
Well, sometimes you got to be your own blocker. There was a free Iowa Hawkeye, Greg Mabin, in the backfield ready to make the tackle. And L.J. Scott, just a true freshman from Hubbard, Ohio, with a terrific spin move to move the chains and keep his offense on the field.
First down and 10 at the 48. Clock restarts, 6:25 and counting. In the Big Ten Championship, the winner heading to the college football playoff. And the handoff to Scott again. And Scott goes down in midfield. Picks up 2.
What a patient drive. This team and Mark D'Antonio with their quarterback with a bum shoulder hasn't been able to throw the ball that well down the field. And now inside of 6 minutes, this might be the series where they have to go score a touchdown. They might not get the ball back.
Second down and 8. Connor Cook, far side, and caught. Great catch by Burbridge.
I mean, this is why he's the Big Ten Receiver of the Year. Oh, he's just in bounds with that left foot.
The ruling on the previous play was a completed catch at the sideline. That ruling is under further review.
Now, there's a few things going on here. First, there's a little contact, and then, see right there, there's a little contact. He's out of bounds there, but then, did he establish yet? I don't think he established yet. Mike Pereira, our rules analyst, is with us. Mike, he stepped out of bounds before the pass arrived. Had he reestablished himself yet? Your thoughts?
Well, I'm not sure that he did, but really the result is the same in college, since the illegal touch penalty is merely a loss of down penalty. So it's really, either way you want to call it, this is going to go back as an incomplete pass, either for not reestablishing or reestablishing to being the first to touch. The result's the same.
Now, Mike, with the contact right there with the hands, is there any possible way that he was forced out of bounds?
You know, Joel, I wouldn't say so. I mean, that's kind of like the hand fighting that you get going downfield. You know, to me, I don't think that you're really talking about the direct force with that second hand fighting that maybe moves him a bit outside, but I think it's just in the normal turn back toward the ball that his foot steps out of bounds.
And we will see. A lot of nervous Spartan supporters. If they reverse it, it will give Michigan State a 3rd and 8.
Greg Mabin and Desmond King, the two corners.
They've been awesome.
They have been fantastic. That was the matchup coming in. Burbridge against his cousin Desmond King. Desmond King, the Big Ten's defensive back of the year. Burbridge, the wide receiver of the year in this conference. And Desmond King has won that battle. The forgotten man was Greg Mabin, the junior from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. And he has been King's equal tonight on a championship stage. This one's too tight to call. Normally when they take this long, it means that they're going to overturn it because they've got to get all the details ironed out. Remember, they've already moved the chains and set up for a 1st and 10. So they've got to go back to where were the chains set, what's the down and distance going to be. So many times when you see these reviews take this length of time, it's because it's going to be overturned and they'll have to go back to the 3rd and 8 at the previous spot.
After further review, it was determined that the pass receiver went out of bounds on his own, did not establish himself as a player and caught the ball. As a result, it's an illegal touching Lost it down at the previous spot. It'll be third down at the 50-yard line.
Again, that penalty doesn't necessarily matter. It just essentially acts as an incompletion.
Third down and 8 for Michigan State. 4-down territory here.
The way that this drive has gone and the way that Iowa can chew up clock, I think it might be. Because a lot depends on this play. If they can get near the chains, they might go for it. If it's 4th and 8, D'Antonio might put his defense back on the field and hope to get the offense a second chance.
Third down and 8 at midfield. L.J. Scott in motion out of the backfield. Cook's going to throw it. Here's Cook up the sideline. Got it! First down, Spartans. Burbridge. Connor Cook put that ball in a shoebox.
In the biggest moments, your best players have to show up, and Cook and Burbridge do on that play. That was the tightest window that you can possibly fit the ball into. Lomax had great coverage over the top as a safety. Maben was right there as a corner, and then Burbridge held on after getting popped.
A 16-yard gain, 1st and 10 at the 34 for Michigan State. 5:06 to go. Cook again looking backside, running, directing, now takes it himself and gets out of bounds inside the 30. So much drama in this game, so much intrigue. Connor Cook, the 5th-year senior.
And Gus, with the length of this drive, this feels like it. This drive feels like the determining drive of this game.
But the Spartans have gotten close, but they haven't been able to punch it in. They've had to settle for field goals. This is the 12th play of the drive that started at their own 18. 2nd and 3. Scott on the move, breaking tackle. A lot of hard hitting going on. Ikakati and Miles Taylor combining. This true freshman is rugged.
The effort going on is extraordinary, and the Iowa defense has been up against it all half. 16 snaps of the football in their territory for Michigan State this half. Iowa hasn't crossed the 50. The only time they did was Devon Smith on the 85-yard touchdown play.
First down and 10 at the 24. Iowa defense, fatigue. Cook to Scott. And Scott goes down to the 20. Mark D'Antonio, 59 years old, 9th year at Michigan State. He's 3-4 against Kirk Ferentz.
Trevon Pendleton, the fullback who was injured coming into this game, has given it a go, a senior. 47 games he's played for the Spartans. Just a crucial part of their offense, not as a ball carrier or even a receiver, but just such a large part as the blocker in the interior. He's had an excellent game, taking a toll on that injury.
2nd and 7 at the 21. Cook handing it off to Scott. Still running. Powers his way forward and gets inside the 15. 3:27 to go. The Big Ten Championship.
You talk about making people miss in a phone booth. I'm sure you've heard it said. Well, this is it. Watch this. Right there. I mean, nowhere to go, and he's still able to get Miles Taylor on the ground. Breaks his ankles right there. Not literally, of course, but figuratively. The juke move, and he's able to get up near a first down.
3rd down and 1 at the 15 for the Spartans. 3 minutes to go. A trip to the college football playoff on the line. Can Iowa's defense hold? Scott. They grab him from behind, but he picks up the first down. Josie Jewell. Mark D'Antonio, 2 Big Ten titles, 3 division titles.
We've seen this movie before, Gus. Michigan State inside the 15-yard line. They've been unable to crack the code of this Iowa defense. Iowa has held them out of the end zone. Only the 3 field goals for Michigan State, but these body blows, they just continue to hand the ball off and hand the ball off.
16th play of the drive. They've had it for 7 minutes. First down and 10 of the 13. L.J. Scott, the deep man. They give it to him. The freshman looking, and he'll get to the 10 or inside the 10.
Now Kirk Ferentz is going to start using his timeouts.
2:09 to go, 13-9, Iowa. Championship on Fox is sponsored by Harley-Davidson. Take a Street Glide special on a power trip. See your dealer. By Sprint. Switch today and save. And by State Farm. It pays to double check. Talk to your agent today. 13-9, Iowa. Trying to hold on against Michigan State. 2:09 to go. The Spartans with the football at the Iowa 10. The Iowa defense has managed to keep the Spartans out of the end zone. Can they do it again? L.J. Scott, the true freshman, running effectively, gets through the hole and down to the 5.
And Kirk Ferentz, he notices how tired his defense is. He senses that this offensive line from Michigan State has got it rolling right now. And he's trying to retain some time on the clock so that in the event of a score, C.J. Beathard and his offense have a chance with the football in their hands. The running game for Michigan State had almost no success early in the game. But Gus, it's the body blows. Time after time after time. You force the defense to answer the bell. And right now, all those body blows are taking huge dividends, paying huge dividends for Michigan State. I would run it again on 3rd and 2 and force Iowa to stop me. I'm not going to throw the football if I'm Michigan State unless I am forced to on a 4th down opportunity.
Michigan State 4 for 4 on 3rd downs this drive. Faced with the 3rd and 2. Their freshman running back, L.J. Scott, 233 pounds out of Hubbard, Ohio. They give it to him, looking. And they knock it backwards, no! Wow! Nathan Budgeta with the tackle. And there's an injured Spartan.
Budgeta is the left defensive end. He's working against number 74. That's Jack Conklin, and he just throws him to the side. And he's right there in the hole to make the play. Play of the drive so far from Iowa, and they force one snap of the football for all the marbles.
4th down and 2 at the 5-yard line for Michigan State.
That's Cody Keeler, the junior right tackle, number 79. Michigan State still has those 3 timeouts. So even in the event that they fail, they could potentially get the ball back, but they would still need that touchdown. They've run the ball so effectively on this series. You just wonder if Mark D'Antonio is going to put the ball in the hands of his senior quarterback or his true freshman running back who's been the workhorse on this series.
L.J. Scott. 4th down and 2 at the 5. Connor Cook out of the shotgun. Runs the option. Keeps it. Did he get it?
He had to cross the 3-yard line.
And they'll measure it.
Cook lowers his shoulder, and the ball was in that left arm.
And he got it. First down, Michigan State. Kirk Ferentz says, come on, guys. The fifth-year senior.
There's two rules of thumb here. There's two ways you could think about this. If you're Ferentz, you could allow the touchdown to try to get C.J. Beathard back on the field, or you could put it in the hands of the 6th best run defense in the country and try to have a goal line stand here.
The line the game was achieved for first down. That ruling is under further review.
Going to take a look at that spot. Nothing jumped off the replay to me that said that that was a poor spot. I mentioned that the ball was in his left arm. Very important to note, because as he's spinning, that's the downfield arm. Mike Pereira in Los Angeles. What did you think?
Agree totally, Joel, and we have looked at every angle that we have shown about 3 or 4 times, and the key is there's no knee that goes down. It's really not until his butt is down is he down, and I think it's right at the 3. Maybe they were slightly generous in the spot, in my opinion, but even then it's still a first down, so I really don't see anything they could change here at all.
After further review, the ruling on the field stands. First down.
Gus, it was a Super Bowl in this building that New England allowed New York to score to get Tom Brady back on the field. Iowa could, in theory, employ that philosophy here to try to get C.J. Beathard back on the field. But knowing Kirk Ferentz at 12-0 with the 6th-ranked rush defense in the country, he's going to try to make a stand.
First down and goal at the 3-yard line for Michigan State. A minute 48 to go. L.J. Scott, the deep man. They give it to him. And he is tackled. Hurdles forward and gets down to about the 2. Maybe the 1.5. Clock still running.
It's not going to be a factor necessarily in this set of downs, in particular with the 3 timeouts. So Cook can milk the clock with Iowa sitting there with no timeouts and try to score with the least amount of time on the clock possible per opportunity.
Second down and goal. L.J. Scott again. And he doesn't get it. Brings up third down and goal at the 1-inch line.
Desmond King in on the tackle. He's had the game of his life. The clock continuing to run. And now Mark D'Antonio will take the timeout to talk it over.
What a finish here in Indianapolis. Third down and goal at the 1.
This has got to be another handoff, and or the same option play that they just used on 4th down for the conversion. The important part of this is, if Iowa stops Michigan State on this 3rd down play, Mark D'Antonio needs to wait until there's under 5 seconds to take the timeout, so that the 4th down play is the end of the game, and he wouldn't even have to kick the ball off.
And a look at the drive, 21 plays. The Spartans have had it for 9 minutes.
Gus, but it's only a championship drive if you can finish it.
It all comes down to this for a trip to the college football playoff. 3rd down and goal at the 1 for Michigan State. Can the Iowa defense hold? L.J. Scott, the deep man. L.J. Scott running right. No, did he get in? Or did he? Yes! Touchdown Spartans! One straight by the true freshman.
Another second effort play from L.J. Scott.
Euphoria. Agony.
They are taking another look. The reach.
Was his knee down, Joel?
This will be the definitive look. No, it wasn't.
Nope.
After further review, the ruling on the field of touchdown is confirmed.
L.J. Scott from Hubbard, Ohio. The team's leading rusher this year. His 11th touchdown. None bigger. Geiger with the extra point. And it's good. 27 seconds left. Spartans up 16-13. L.J. Scott scoring the biggest touchdown of his young life to give Michigan State a 16-13 lead in the Big Ten Championship. His second effort, his strength and determination at 6 feet, 233 pounds. Getting the job done. Desmond King will get a shot at the 10. Gets to the 20. And down at the 26 with 22 seconds left. Iowa, no timeouts left.
They need realistically for a chance at a tying field goal to get to about the 36 or 35-yard line. Everything has to be thrown either for a first down or outside the numbers in order to stop the clock.
Remember, Marshall Kane kicked a walk-off career-long 57-yard field goal against Pitt this year. 1st and 10 at the 27 for C.J. Beathard. Beathard looking deep, hit, and goes down, lost it. At the 25, clock still running. Demetrius Cooper with the tackle. Beathard downs it with 5 seconds remaining.
They're going to have to go with the laterals.
Before the snap, charge timeout to Michigan State. Please adjust the game clock to 5 seconds.
Mark D'Antonio wants to talk over it with his defense in order to communicate exactly what the situation is. This guy is a stone turner. It doesn't matter how many rocks he has to turn over in order to improve his team. He's going to find the details. After the Nebraska game, he called around to his circle of friends in the NFL and in college coaching to talk about end-of-the-game philosophy. He said he learned quite a bit. Wouldn't share with us exactly what his philosophy would be, but that's what he's going over right now with his team.
This could be the final play of the game. 5 seconds remaining. C.J. Beathard throws it over the middle. Ball fumbled, loose, recovered. The Michigan State Spartans are the Big Ten champions. Hello, college football playoff East Lansing. Let's go downstairs where our Molly McGrath is standing by with the very special freshman, LJ Scott.
Thanks, Gus. LJ, this was a hard-fought, physical game, but you powered into the end zone for the game-winning touchdown. What was going through your mind on that play?
You know, we just had to take it play at a time, you know. We live for moments like this, and this is why, you know, this is what we work all year for. We work hard to get to this spot, and I just try to make a play and come through for the team.
Connor Cook was playing through a shoulder injury. He got roughed up by a tough Iowa defense. What did his performance say about his toughness?
You know, we all playing through injuries. And, you know, like I said, it's what we live for. And we worked all year for this moment. And like I said, I just try to come through for the team. But I want to give all my credit to my linemen and everybody else up front for getting the push.
Coach D'Antonio said that your motto this season was reach higher. How are you going to use this momentum moving forward into the college football playoff?
You know, we just got to stay humble, take it a game at a time. Now we qualified for the playoffs, so now we just got to execute at the next level.
All right, congratulations.
Appreciate you.
All right, Gus, back to you.
Thank you very much, Molly. We'll be back with complete post-game coverage in a moment, but here's the Dr. Pepper one-of-a-kind play of the game as we take a look. The winning touchdown, L.J. Scott. That's our Dr. Pepper one-of-a-kind play of the game. The Michigan State Spartans and Iowa, their first loss of the season. The Spartans, Big Ten champs once again. 16-13, the final. We'll be back to wrap it up right after this.